Hey YouTube, Joy Boy here. Now I'm just fucking with y'all. Shout out to Joy Boy though, but it's Juwan X Adon here with a power scaling video for y'all. Today I want to power scale the top 18 of the new generation. Now I'm not just talking about the worst generation. I'm not just talking about supernovas. I'm talking about anybody that came into the pirate game, like officially made a name for themselves pretty much after Ace did. I'm like, Ace is my starting point, and anybody that came up after Ace that's worth talking about, I feel like I'll put him on the list. If not, y'all let me know, you know. And if somebody isn't up here that should be up here, I'll put them, you know, adjust them in the comments or, you know, description, whatever y'all do. But speaking of description, my list right now for the top 18 strongest of the new generation is down there. I'll talk about it real quick. 18 is Caribu, and Caribu does seem weak as shit, but he has some decent feats in my opinion. I mean, he got to Fishman Island, he got to Wano, bro. So he's no slouch. It's really because it's devil fruit, but I mean, he still deserves some respect. Number 17, I got Bonny, and Bonny, she's impressive, but I don't see her as strong. And although it's almost a one touch KO with her, I think she's easy to see coming. I don't think Bonny is a real situational type. And just in a one-on-one fight, if it's face to face, I don't see Bonny beating anybody over her on my list. Cavendish was a hard one for me. He could have went a few places. He could have been higher, but because he isn't always at his alter ego strength, he's down pretty low for me. Hajrudin, the giant, he's almost there just because he's a giant, you know. He doesn't have any special qualities. He doesn't have a devil fruit, and he just has the freakish giant strength, and you know that just puts him on the list. And I got Apoo above him because Apoo is controlling a whole bunch of giants, although they were failed experiments, and they probably aren't as strong as an actual giant. I'm 100% sure of that, but Apoo's still able to take command of 10 of them, it seems like. And yeah, Apoo's fighting style is just hard to deal with anyway. But so after that, I got Killer at 13. Killer was another hard person to put on the list, but I just haven't seen too much of him in the manga or the anime, other than him getting damn near one-shotted by Zoro. I guess he did put up a fight at first, but Killer wasn't impressive to me. And he wasn't even using his actual weapons then. So maybe after this fight with Kaido, he might move up on the list. But as of right now, he's 13. Bege at 12. Bege is just a tank. But he relies too much on his crew for the attack power, in my opinion, for him to be higher on this list. But I don't think anybody below is even touching Bege at all. I mean, he tanked a few hits from Big Mom in his tank form, but yeah, he defensively he's probably top tier, but offensively he's not there. Weevil at number 11. Moving on. Weevil, don't really know too much about him either, but he did make a lot of noise after, you know, he filled the slot in the words, I can't even talk right now. He filled a spot in the 7 Warlords. Couldn't think of it because there is no longer Warlords, but yeah. So Weevil, and being the alleged son of Whitebeard, the strongest man, he definitely deserves some type of something just based off portrayal. So I'll give him the number 11 spot. even though we haven't seen him really since we heard of him. Number 10, we got Hawkins. And Hawkins' cars make me feel like he's a lot weaker than he is. I feel like if Hawkins was really that nigga, then he wouldn't need cars to give him predictions of what's right and what's wrong. But because his fight with Zoro and Luffy, I kind of gave him some respect, so he got number 10. Number 9 is X Drake, and I really like X Drake, but it looked like Zoro pretty much dealt with him real fast, and Zoro will deal with a lot of people on this list. But other than that, like, what has X Drake really done, bro? Is all I'm saying. It seemed like he just joined Kaido's crew. He might be trying to be, you know, secret agent or whatever, but I just haven't seen it. I know they say that he was pretty close to becoming one of Kaido's commanders. Well, his all-stars, you know. But yeah, Drake. Everybody else, I think, is smacking Drake. Urouge took out one of Big Mom's. He took out Cracker, I believe, and that's a decent feat. I don't know if Drake could do that, maybe, but I think Urouge did it, and he did it more, you know, finesse, or whatever, you know, just Urouge. 7's Bartolemo, just because I don't think Bartolemo can't get hit. Like, I don't know, Bege was a tank, Bartolemo is a super tank, and he can use that as attack power. So, and plus, we seen how strong his devil fruit is from other people using it, and Odin's flashback, we saw what his devil fruit could do and how it could withstand an attack. So, Bartolomeo's up there. He's annoying. He's probably my least favorite character on here, except Caribu, but yeah, Bartolomeo's pretty strong though. He got number 7. Number 6 is Law. I don't need to say too much about Law. Everybody knows Law. Number 5 is Kid, and Kid gets his spot really based more on portrayal because we haven't seen him do anything yet either. But Kid is supposed to be a rival of Luffy, and I don't think he's touching Luffy. I think he's barely touching Zoro, but because if Kid is who he is, and we know about him how we know about him, then I put him where I put him. You know what I'm saying? But number 4 is Zoro. And yeah. Zoro game, bro. But he's, at the moment, we haven't seen anything to put Zoro above anybody higher than him. But, you know, this is a good spot for Zoro. But you got Ace at number 3. And this, unfortunately, Ace, you know, died, and we can't see what his true potential could have been. We might get something in a flashback coming soon. You can never get too much of Ace, but as far as strength, I do think Luffy is stronger than him at the moment. Stronger than him when he died, at least. So number 2 is Luffy, and Luffy don't really need too many words either. Then we got number 1, Blackbeard, Mr. Zehaha himself, and yeah, that really concludes my list. I think the top of the list is a lot easier to understand than the bottom. I think it gets, I think once I threw Bartolemo in at 7, it was just gonna be like, what the fuck, but y'all gotta really think of what Bartolemo can do. But yeah, Let me know what y'all think. Give me y'all list of the new generation, not just the worst generation. Everybody that came into the pirate game and made a big name for themselves after Ace. That's what I'm talking about. If I left some people out, you know, drop them in the comments. Drop your list. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. But yeah, it's Juwan next to Don, and I'm out, y'all.